Morning, Simon from Define Me. And wow, do I feel totally differently defined today than I did 4 or 5 days ago when I started this thing, even when I wrote the forward and the first day, which you'll find on the website, defineme.com. Please go, join it, sign up. You'd have to sign up, just start losing weight. It's very, very simple. It's self-explanatory, and I'm sure everybody's enjoying it. If you're already on day 5 of me, congratulations. So this is day 5. So let's have a see. Let's see where we are. Well, we're at a totally different phase in your progress. So there should be a change in your perception. It will evolve in your attitude towards your pursuit and your outlook on its continuation. This is about continuing what we're doing here. The hunger's gone. So it's now about, how long do I continue? The decision in the beginning was effectively rendering the outcome which was predetermined. It's not been necessarily devoid of difficulty, this decision. But now, however, you will find out, without being aware of the shift in your perception, you have unequivocally accept the fact you are simply not eating. And that goes back to day 1 when I said, this is about not eating. It's a term I just use. Use it yourself. And, whereas initially yours, and I use the word yours because it's my thoughts were predominantly consumed by the strategies necessary to continue my fast, I find that I'm now equally consumed by the kind of a few euphoric gratitude for the absence of pollutants in my body. Hunger is a forgotten strain, and consumption of food, believe me, is the furthest thing from my mind. What a wonderful place to be. And like I say, I keep referring to this, but my own condition, my own experience is just of being a non-eater. A kind of hyper-awareness, so to speak, of eating habits of others as well, and a cognizant recognition of the bondage of eating habits that once crippled my own desire to maintain a health and fitness. This is important. It becomes evident it'll be more difficult proposition to end the fast than it was to begin. However, this is no cause for concern at the present. What we're going to do is we can discuss that at another time, and there's a right way and a wrong way to approach it. But it will not be left unaddressed, believe me, it will be addressed. Today is too soon to be addressing that, because it just puts these thoughts in your heads of when I'm going to end it, and you're setting yourself up for failure by doing that. Just realize you are where you should be. Your weight loss has probably been dramatic, depending upon your size and where you started. I'm positive you feel better than you felt in some time, and the reason I say that is because I do today, and that's always been my experience. My energy levels have increased, and my passion for life has somehow accelerated. And I could not have convinced anybody, I believe, 6 days ago, that would be my current condition today, based only on the avoidance of food. But I tried, and I'm knocking my head against a brick wall doing that. For those of us who experienced it, however, it's understood and accepted it. For those who had not, it's just simply unbelievable. The dours, it's not good for you. The usual thing, we've been through this. We have long been conditioned to believe that 3 meals a day are necessary to enable us to function. Conditioned to believe that the food that while we consume is solely responsible for our wellness, and it's not true. And our consumption tank nears emptiness a matter of a few short hours, and we must refill to survive. Well, what have we been filling on? Nothing really, nothing substantial. We just maintain a certain life. We eat unhealthily. The majority of people eat unhealthily. So these precepts are effectively habitually ingrained in our minds and are defended almost violently by those who know better. You have to eat. You can't do this. You have to eat. They defend it violently. Even otherwise trained and educated minds have little ability for objective thought when confronted with this proposal. That's why I told you in the beginning it's important. To me, it was important. I think it's believed it's important to you not to tell anybody, because they'll just put you off. But knowing what I know now, what you know now, and their feelings of extreme wellness associated with this pursuit, it can be hard to understand the lack of willingness to accept demonstrated by unknowing individuals. Think about that. But remember this, we once believed as adamantly as they did that it is no easy thing to change a lifelong course of blind, accepted perception. Imagine I told you it was possible to fly. And you spend every day of your life walking. Imagine I tried to convince you that only spread you up. No, and you become airborne. It would seem ridiculous. And please believe me, it is. So don't go and just jump off a building and think you can fly. It is not so very easy to change the way we believe that for our entire existence. But what benefit that change has brought us now. It's amazing. We can see that we could not see before that control of our wellness is always only a decision away from reality. And we need never again feel helpless to control the condition of our own bodies. It's not complicated. Not complicated. And here's another observation that's been made. There's been a change in my sleeping habits. There will be a change in yours. My experience, and I'm experiencing it again, less sleep is required when digestion is not a current necessary function in my body. In my case, I would find out every several hours, 4 to 5, I would awake fully rested, feeling fully relaxed and renewed. And initially this caused me concern because I felt that less sleep presented a detriment to my functionality. But I soon found this was not the case. My energy levels had greatly increased. Although my sleep time has increased by more than a couple of hours. I have more time during the day to do things I enjoy doing. And after accepting this anomaly as routine, I'm able to plan my schedule accordingly. I get so much more done. I can either fitting more productivity in my day or addressing my responsibilities more leisurely than I was able to afford to do. And frankly, either these scenarios represent a significant positive change in my routine. And when I now approach a fast, one of the things I most look forward to is the decreased need for sleep. Once you accept this as a healthy and beneficial, the fear of the uncommon will fade and its benefits can be fully realized. So, at the end of the day, it's not the end of the day, but I will discuss the end of the day for the purposes of not having to make a second video and boring the hell out of everybody. Let's discuss the necessary unpleasantries for the purpose of dispelling any fears that you may have. I know they may still be lurking for you and you might understand them. If you again have found that your body has evacuated waste, you may have questions or concerns about this, and they must be addressed, because of the day we're in. Your body is processing stored fat at an accelerated rate, and the involuntary function of the digestive system is predominantly dependent upon absorption of digestible material, none of which you're introducing into your system. Makes sense. Therefore, it will find what it needs, and that is stored fat. Part of this process of expulsion is discarded useless waste, and this is what you may now be experiencing. I am, but I'm aware of all these things, so I've done it. That's why I'm making these videos. It has been said to me that by those unaware that unexperienced, and they sort of say it in an air of authority, I might add, that while fasting, the body feeds on the muscle tissue first. Another anomaly. This is so ridiculous, and it barely merits a discussion. However, unmeritable discussion is something that is sometimes worth having. Perfectly unironic statement, don't you think? The function of the digestive system is as simple as this. Elementally is to process and disperse sustenance appropriately. The very nature of it is supposed to effectively draw energy and utility from available source and appropriately funnel it. What your body does, devoid of introduction of any new source, i.e. food, is to cull from available fat stores. In other words, it's pulling out any salvageable material for process. That's how it works. And it simply dispels the rest. Again, incredibly simple. That's the reason for evaluation at later stages in the fast. We are where we are today. So in the beginning, what is happening is you can be aware of two things, both of which can bring encouragement. Once you're actually losing weight, and that's the intended goal. That's why we're doing this, is to lose weight. We're not going to go down to zero. We're losing weight. And two, your body is still functioning appropriately and healthily and providing to itself, out of its own available resources, that which it needs. Sleep well tonight, or maybe not too long, and we shall meet again tomorrow at the scale. Let's meet at the scale, which has recently become our friend. Isn't that wonderful? Our friend is a scale. People are sort of scared to jump on a scale. They fear, look how much weight I've got gained, or I've got to lose weight. And it's our friend today. We are a success. You are a success. I am a success. Let's be a success together. It's amazing. Drink lots of water. It's important to drink lots of water. I'm a gallon and a half a day, sorry, is what I drink. And, I'm still flushing everything out, and I can't explain the energy I feel at the moment. So I'm redefining myself. I've always felt good about myself. I just feel even better today. That feeling of wellness. I feel weller than well. And this is only day 5. Now, we're not planning to do this for 40, 50, 60 days. We're just gradually going one day at a time. But I can tell you something, because this is my experience again. This is how I am today. If you've got this far, the rest of it is a walk in the park. You've gone a walk in the park. You've got through the worst of it. You've got through the worst of it. I mean, I can feel it in my face, my shirts, it's good. This is what I want. This is what I want. So, like I said, sleep well. Tell your friends, or tell somebody who's sharing this with you. By now, people will be coming up to you. If they aren't today, I can guarantee by day 6 or 7, it'll be noticeable. One other thing I should have mentioned on the day 1, I never thought about this. If you have a shirt or a dress or something you used to wear and you wish you could always fit into, I always keep that. I've had this shirt for years. And every now and again when I'm on a fast, I'll put it on after a certain day and it starts to fit me. Then after a few more days, it'll start to feel loose on me. And that gives me a wonderful feeling. And my goal is to have this shirt feeling over large. And that's always a target. I have an item of clothing that I want to fit into. Nobody else has to see it. I mean, this thing's as ugly as hell. It's probably been lying around for 10 or 15 years. But I keep it for this purpose. And it's a good challenge to me. I'm enjoying this. I hope you are too. DefineMe.com. Join me. Send me messages if you've got any questions. I'm here to help. I know if you've gone this far with me, we can go a lot further together. Bye.